We're back at the 2019 National Corn Board Association's Corn Congress held in Washington, D.C. this year. Jeff Wilkerson joins us. He's the Director of Market Development with the Nebraska Corn Board. Jeff, you're a new face of the Corn Board, aren't you?
I am. This is week number 3 as Director of Market Development, so it's been a steep learning curve to get going here.
Folks might recognize you, though. Tell us about your path to get here.
Well, likewise, Bryce. So I spent 6 or 7 years at the University of Nebraska doing the Market Journal television program, which you are an alum of as well.
Tell us why you wanted to make this move right now in your career, a little bit different on this side of things.
It is, but the things that I was working on with Market Journal are the topics that I'm most interested in here, and that's livestock development in Nebraska, overall trade policy, and then ethanol development. So this has been really exciting for me. I've really enjoyed these past few days, and I'm looking forward to getting going here.
Here at Corn Congress, you've been able to sit in on a few of the committee hearings, or the meetings, we should say. What have they been, and what were some of the topics discussed?
So most of the first 2 days I spent sitting in on the ethanol action team meeting. Joel Graham's actually from Nebraska, sits on that action team, and there are a lot of things going on in ethanol right now. Certainly the small refinery exemptions, the waivers that we're seeing there, we think are not conducive for ethanol in the long term, but we do think ethanol as a low-carbon, high-octane fuel source is going to be very beneficial for the country moving forward. E15, the allowance for E15 to be sold year-round in most of the country is going to be exciting. We think that's going to be a springboard to higher blends of ethanol, which we think is beneficial for customers as another choice at the fuel pump.
Ethanol we think of frequently as domestic use, but it's also one of the fastest growing exports. Where's that ethanol heading?
Right, it's the fastest growing ag export, which is really exciting for the industry and ethanol as a whole. The big markets are Brazil and Canada. That's typically been where we are. We think some of the exciting markets, certainly China as a growing population is an exciting market. They have a desire and a goal to get to E10 by the end of next year, which is going to be difficult to reach. We were exporting a little bit of ethanol into China a few years ago. The tariffs there, however, right now are prohibitive, and there's no ethanol to speak of going to China, but we hope to get back into that market because we know it'll be exciting. Mexico as well is a country that we'd like to get into, and we're certainly there as blended gasoline E10 going into Mexico. So there are some opportunities that we think could be very productive for U.S. ethanol.
Getting back to Corn Congress, it's important that farmer leaders are here helping set that policy for the next year for the National Corn Growers Association, isn't it?
It is, and we have a great group of Nebraskans here representing what our interests are and help telling the story of Nebraska agriculture.
That's Jeff Wilkerson. He's the Director of Market Development for the Nebraska Corn Board. From the 2019 Corn Congress, I'm Bryce Doeschot.